AMD Ryzen 7000 processors show zero performance scaling after 200 watts. AMD Ryzen 7000 processors are designed to work with a power limit of 150 watts. This applies to all X series chips, including the 16-core Ryzen 9 7950X. After 150 watts, these processors add very little performance, and tests show zero gains above 200 watts. Famous Tuber Buildzoid tested his 7950X in popular multi-threaded tests, including Linpack, Cinebench 23 and Geekbench 3. The results were quite interesting. With the transition from 50 watts to 75 watts, we see a 30 to 45% increase in performance, which increases to more than 80% at 125 watts, 2.5 times 50 watts. At 150 watts, the Ryzen 9 7950X is still 10% faster, but that's the limit. An increase in power to 200 watts gives a performance boost of only 2 to 5%, which is completely not worth the additional 25 watts. Here you can see that switching from 75 watts to 150 watts gives you a performance boost of almost 50% and corresponds to the difference between the X and non-X variants of the Raphael family. While non-X processors have a base TDP of 65 watts and an optional TDP of 88 watts, their X counterparts have a maximum power of 230 watts with a base power limit of 170 watts. Therefore, if you have a Ryzen 7000 processor, it is best to pay attention to its cooling, since the overclocking algorithm will set 95 degrees Celsius as the limit for maximum performance. Increasing the power limit will not have a noticeable impact, since the available power reserve of 230 W according to the test results is more than required.